On this first November episode of Outlook TV, Amanda Lepore, Sharon Needles, and Alaska all in one room for PG-13.
Gay romantic comedy John Applejack premiered during the Vancouver Asian Film Festival.
Winter Pride preparing for another week of fabulous gay in 2014. And much, much more.
Hello and welcome to Outlook TV. I'm Rebecca Wyman.
And I'm Dan Doomshaw. This is the Queer News Magazine show that brings you stories from coast to coast that matter the most.
And we have a great episode for you. This is the first of two for November.
That's right. And in our very first story of our first November episode, we send Shane Forrester out to make a deposit.
He went to the bank, literally.
TD Bank is a proud supporter of the LGBTQ community. Today I have the opportunity to speak to two members of the LGBTA Employee Working Committee. Let's go inside.
It started as really as a grassroots movement with the amazing support of the executive and actually, management through the bank to the very top, to the CEO.
I want to address young people who are members of the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender community.
I was asked initially, so 10 years ago, by the senior vice president of our region if I would step up and actually lead this new initiative. And for me it was, obviously as a member of the community and an employee, I thought it was really important, and I have a huge passion for that. I mean, if you can imagine 10 years ago being an LGBT employee within TD, and which I was, I would say, my comfort level about being out at work was not that great. And I mean, the ability to come out, really come out at work, and to bring your whole self to work, and to be a part of an organization that supports you and your community, it was obvious that something that I wanted to do and that I needed to do. And it's been an amazing experience.
You can make it better.
You can make it better.
Their video, Make It Better, is just one of the ways TD demonstrates support for the LGBT staff and their families.
I will make it better.
We have a senior manager of diversity who's specific response for LGBT all across Canada. And it was him and his office that kind of started it. And it was employees throughout mostly Central Canada that were actually a part of the video itself.
In addition to social media, TD is involved in many community initiatives.
Financial literacy, youth, education, and the environment. Those are our main ones. It just depends how it fits. Sometimes, we'll get involved financially. Sometimes we've hosted an event. Sometimes it's providing volunteers. It just depends what the individual organizations or groups' need is and how we can help support that.
It's never been about just writing a check and giving money. It's always been, what else can we do? And that is, like Dustin's saying, it could be volunteers. Sometimes it's actually helping organize. So we have a lot of resources behind us that we can use for small community organizations that maybe they're trying to do something, or they're trying to start some sort of program, and we can actually help them do that. So always a part of our culture, built into the grain of what the organization is. So we're in it for good.
For Outlook TV in Vancouver, this is Shane Forrester reporting.
And now we take you to Toronto, where Gorgeous attended the PG-13 event.
PG-13 was a very spooky Halloween event with celebrities Amanda Lepore, Alaska, and Sharon Needles. Let's check it out.
Roving reporter for Outlook TV. Tonight, John Waters goes inside the Phoenix Concert Theatre for PG-13. It's Devil's Night in Toronto. Tonight, performances by iconic Amanda Lepore. Season 4 winner of RuPaul's Drag Race, Sharon Needles, headlining tonight as well, Alaska from Season 5 of RuPaul's Drag Race.
But now, being on a national stage, I've kind of had to compromise, and I always thought I'd make a punk record, but I made a pop record. I always thought I would tell the world to and now I'm trying to tell kids to embrace their individuality. And that's why my album is called PG-13, because I'm an R-rated act in a G-rated industry.
Amanda Lepore, icon of the gay community. Amanda, thank you so much for joining us here in Toronto.
Oh, thank you. It's a pleasure.
Now, you came out with an album, but plenty of singles before that. Tell us a little bit about your recording career.
Well, it had a large part with Caswell. He wrote like a lot of songs for me and wrote most of the album.
Trans awareness and acceptance has grown quite recently. Tell us a little bit about how you feel the media portrays trans community and if that's what's really fueling the change in ideas.
Well, I think it's great to see so many transgender people getting attention and doing things and things being used, like not just like in an idea and then nobody uses them.
Since season 5, could you ever imagine that things were going to take off so fast for you?
No, I never could have imagined, and it's been absolutely wonderful. And now I'm getting interviewed by John Waters himself, so this is like such a dream come true. I'm a huge fan.
Oh, why stop your noise. A little bit more about what's coming up in Alaska's world. I know some of the other girls have been doing albums and stage and screen.
Yeah.
What's next for you?
Well, I have a Christmas show coming up at the Laurie Beachman Theater in New York City.
Ho, ho, ho!
Yes, it's called Happy Birthday Jesus because that's what Christmas is all about. And I'm also going to be shooting my music video for Rue Girl, which is my single that's going to be coming out very soon. So
nice Lady Gaga costume. I'm sure she loves her little monsters. You know what I call my fans? People. I don't own them.
With Alaska and Amanda and me, we weren't born this way. We just drew ourselves this way, And I think the only advice you can give to someone who wants to be beautiful is to become your own cartoon. Become your own sense of artificialness, because I don't believe in God and I don't believe in the afterlife, but I believe in a Wikipedia page, and those last forever. So documenting yourself looking the way you want to look is the ultimate sense of confidence to me.
Outlook Television, your roaming reporter for this evening, John Waters, wants to let you know that tonight wasn't just a thrill at the PG-13 party in Toronto, it was an absolute scream. Fantastic costumes by the people who attended, performances that were outstanding by Alaska, Amanda Lepore, and of course, Sharon Needles. For Outlook Television, tonight I'm John Waters, but you can always call me gorgeous.
Well, we've taken you to the bank, we've taken you to Toronto. Now, we're going to take you to a break.
So come on back, because we've got lots more. And if you're watching on YouTube, no break for you.
Welcome back. You're watching Outlook TV.
And now it's time for Out Across Canada!
Hey Dan and Rebecca, I've got some really fun and informative events coming up in Montreal that are happening from now until the end of November. The first event I have is Take Back the Night. It's a march organized by the Gender Advocacy Center. So you can join them in advocating for a safer community free from violence, harassment, and sexual assault. There will also be some guest speakers before the march from organizations such as A Safer Concordia, the McGill Sexual Assault Center, and Aztec. There will be a Facebook page where people who are interested in the event can go to get more information. The next event I have is a sex trivia night. This is on November 19th, and it's by an organization called the Center for Sexual Pleasure and Health. Teams of 4 people are required to register, and the cost is $10 per person. The third event I have on the agenda here is a play being put on by the McGill Department of English Drama. It is called Cloud 9, and it's happening on the 21st. It's a play that uses controversial portrayals of sexuality and sexual orientation and profanities to draw parallels between colonialism and sexual oppression. The fourth event that I have is put on by another nonprofit organization called Cinema Politica. This is happening at it's a nonprofit organization that is dedicated to Canadian filmmakers who explore political issues in their films that often get excluded from mainstream media. The first film, Durja, is an experimental meditation that explores gender oppression in India. The second film, Rafe, celebrates the determination of women in the global south. It's exploring issues of women fighting for their right to education and getting educated. This is a pay what you can event. It's by donation, but they won't turn anyone away if they can't pay. And that is all I have. I'll see you next time.
Hi, I'm Eureka Love in Halifax, Nova Scotia for Outlook TV. I'm going to be going over a few things that we have happening here in the Maritimes. First, we've got Godgen Street for Scott Jones. Scott Jones was a gay youth that was tragically stabbed, and we're putting together a series of fundraisers for him. Godgen Street is shutting down, the businesses are opening up, and we're starting with an evening at 5:20 with a Micmac sharing circle, and then there's going to be bands, drag, partying, dance, spoken night all night long. Check Facebook if you'd like to see any more info, or if you'd like to donate, you can go to supportscottjones.com. Next, for any of you drag queens out there, a sparkly little shop has opened up on Agricola Street in Gallery 14. It's called Divine Decadence Darling, and they offer a tongue-in-cheek Tranny Tuesdays discount if you can get in there. Check them out on Facebook. They're really great. This is from there. St. Mary's Pride Week is going to be on, ladies and gentlemen. It's happening, and it's put on by SMUQ, which is their queer society. They have a full week's roster, wrapping it up with a drag show hosted by yours truly. And if you'd like to check out anything that they have going on all year long, check out their Facebook page or visit them at smuq.ca. This last spot, ladies and gentlemen, is close to my heart. The Youth Project is turning 20. The Youth Project is a spot for Halifax's gay youth down on Brunswick Street. They host meetings, get-togethers, they have help rooms, lending libraries. They also do the annual Gay Straight Alliance meeting. That's happening this month. They're turning 20 with a gala that's going to be in the new year. Check them out. And that's it from Halifax, Nova Scotia. We're going to go back to Dan and Rebecca, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. And remember, stick with me. I'll take you places.
Thank you so much to our Out Across Canada correspondents.
And if you would like to join us as one of our correspondents, please do. We're always looking for more people out across Canada.
Yeah, think about a story you want to tell and get on the show already. Now for our next story, we send one of our star reporters, Skylar Bear, and this is to an annual event.
He went to the Prairie Fairy Fowl Supper. Ha! Told you I was going to get that right.
She nailed it. Yeah, this is hosted by Linda Fillmore, who just turned 80 and decided to celebrate at the Fowl Supper. Skylar?
Happy birthday, Linda! We are here celebrating Linda Fillmore's 80th birthday at the annual Prairie Fairy Fowl Supper. You're a major beneficiary every year, and this is such a fantastic event, raising tons of money. How does that make you feel?
Oh, it's such a wonderful event, and so great that they do all this work on behalf of not only Out in Schools, but some other awesome charities, McLaren Housing, A Loving Spoonful, and of course, new this year, Camp Out.
How are you feeling about tonight? Have you had dinner? Have you been meeting friends? What have you been doing tonight?
I'm feeling a little full. I had a great turkey dinner with like mashed potatoes, dressing, gravy, the works. It's fantastic. And of course, all the food is donated tonight so that the full proceeds go to the causes.
Talk about how the money has helped you.
All the money raised from this event goes to purchase meals for men, women, and children affected by HIV and AIDS.
So McLaren Housing Society provides long-term housing solution for people living with HIV/AIDS here in the Greater Vancouver area. We're really grateful that this event supports that.
Happy 80th birthday.
Thank you, darling. Thank you. As you get, into the last maybe little bit of your life, things start to go a little bit more. But luckily, I've already had the hips and knees done, so it's mostly the upper parts that are starting to move now. But I'll hang in there. But it's been a lovely year, and I'm really happy to be here for 80 now. Whether I'm here for 90, that's the better question. But God willing.
You look younger this year. Are you using new foundation or a new moisturizer?
Technology, honey. Technology improves everything. I can't tell you the secrets, but yes, there might be a touch-up here and there. Can't you see I'm no good? There's always new people. They're always as kind and lovely as the people we've met before, and I'm just always really shocked because there aren't really many opportunities to have this many really wonderful people in one room, and then wonderful performances, and people seem to be having the same blast of a time that they've had for the last 13 years, and I'm proud of that.
For Outlook TV, this is Skylar Bear in Vancouver.
Got a question for you. What is better than a rom-com?
What is better than a rom-com? A romedy?
No, a gay rom-com.
Oh, a gay rom-com. There is one. Yes, it was at the Vancouver Asian Film Festival.
Yeah, it was, and we sent Jackbox to check it out.
Yeah, this is a new film by Rick Tay called John Applejack. Jack?
Mom? Dad? I'm gay.
I went to the world premiere of John Applejack.
What?
When Monica directs, she's looking for the commonality that everyone shares.
I look for the universality in every story, and that's what you exploit as a filmmaker, as the pieces of the story that's about finding love and making sacrifices and figuring out who you are that are true for everybody. And then in this case, the gay content is painted on top.
The actors were well-rounded, bringing a lot to the camera.
They brought pieces to the story. They created emotional logic in scenes where otherwise I may not have been able to find it myself. They really taught me quite a bit.
Chris plays one of the more promiscuous actors.
John is an heir to a huge restaurant empire. His father owns a whole bunch of restaurants, and he's given John his flagship restaurant to run, but he's more interested in sleeping with all the employees than running it.
Preparing for the role was a quick process.
Preparing for this role was actually really stressful because I found out 6 days before picture that I'd booked it. So only have it, it's a really short amount of time to try and put something together, but I did as much as I could in going out in the gay community. I went to some gay bars, kind of observed the scenes, just wanted to see how the men interacted and what the overall vibe was.
Ken's character Jack comes to realize his true sexuality.
I don't even remember.
My character was Jack. He is a closeted chef who grew up in love with his childhood friend, and all his life he kind of put into the back that he wasn't gay. He wanted a normal life badly, and he in his attempts to reach this goal of this normal life, he just really put that side of him away. I think Jack's relatable. Everyone has gone through that. Everyone has loved someone who doesn't love them back, and especially from a young childhood. And I guess luckily for Jack, it actually gets to pan out, because I think most people, their childhood sweetheart, especially from such a young age, doesn't ever go this way. And in that regard, yeah, I think playing Jack was very quite easy for me.
John Applejack is a personal story for Rick, the producer.
I started about 12 years ago. I wrote the first draft back then, and it was because I was just trying to discover about love. I really didn't know how to fall in love, and I just thought I'd try to write a movie to tell a story. And then it was on the shelf for about 9 years or so, and then just about 3 years ago, my business partner and I, we just found it was the right time. I think we wanted to tell a gay love story, a gay romantic comedy, without having to just be about being gay. It really is just for us that's what we've been striving for all along, is that we want equality, we want commonality and universality about how we deal with relationships and love and family and all that, and so it was the right time.
Movements are being made in the Asian film community with the premiere of a gay romantic comedy.
What has progressed with visibility of the gay community in North America has really moved me. And I think for me personally, obviously, I'm trying my best to move that kind of visibility as well into the Asian community.
For Outlook TV, this is Jackbox here in Vancouver.
But deep down, I was always...
Hey, Rebecca.
Yes, Dan?
Give me a B.
B.
Give me an R.
R.
Hold on, I just got to take a break here. Give me an E.
E.
Give me an H. Ow! I think it's a break.
Welcome back. You're watching Outlook TV.
Our next story brings us to the world of visual art and charity. We sent Angus Pratt to the annual Art for Life fundraiser, where folks could buy great works of art and benefit charity.
Oh, it sounds like a perfect place to get all of your holiday shopping done in one place.
Right?
The 20th annual Art for Life Fine Art Auction and Gala was inspired by the evolution of Vancouver's local art scene over the past 2 decades.
I'll go ahead and sell this then to you, sister, for $2,000. Sir, more flowers? He's not even looking. So, $2,000. Nicely done.
This year we're celebrating the 20th anniversary of Art for Life, and I couldn't be more excited. This year is all about homecoming. We are welcoming home to ourselves. We're looking at our roots. We're also planning on where we're going to be in the next 20 years. This year is a tribute to our collective histories and our collective future, and also the individuals who first envisioned this event as a real human experience. So we're thrilled about it. Yeah, sort of. I mean, they're not.
Your piece is the signature piece of the auction tonight. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, I had the privilege to do the painting of the first building when it was about to become the Diamond Center for Living. That was 20 years ago. And then out of the blue, I was asked to do an updated version 20 years later to celebrate the 20-year anniversary. So the one on the left, as you see, is the original, done 20 years ago. And the one right behind me is the one that I've just completed for the anniversary this year.
There was some amazing talent and entertainment once again this year.
Vivace is a quartet of singers, 2 men and 2 women, and we sing in a genre called classical crossover. So it's a little bit of pop, a little bit of opera, and sort of everything in between.
Sort of like an Il Divo, but with the 2 guys and 2 girls.
Vivace wowed us by staying true to the theme of the evening.
Tonight we are doing some selections that Friend for Life has asked for. It ties in with their theme of friend and home.
We had a fantastic time here tonight at the Art for Life Fine Art Auction and Gala. This is Angus Pratt for Outlook TV in Vancouver.
Well, it's November. There's snow on the mountains here in Vancouver, and that can mean only one thing. Winter Pride is right around the corner.
We love Winter Pride, so we sent Barb Snellgrove up to Whistler to get a scoop on what Winter Pride 2014 has in store for you.
Hi, this is Barb Snellgrove with Outlook Television. If you're wondering why I'm blowing so much smoke at you, of course, with Dean Nelson here from Winter Pride. We're in the Belvedere Ice Room at, of course, the beautiful Barefoot Bistro in Whistler Village.
In the coldest ice room in the world.
This is amazing. It is truly amazing. As I said, I think I've found my pleasure center in, this is my universe now. It is at minus 25 degrees Celsius. We got our $1,000 parkas on. We have our shot ski. And we are here to talk all things Winter Pride. Whistler truly is incredibly welcoming to all of the LGBTQ community all year round, but especially at Pride. They really do put out the red carpet for everybody.
Yeah, definitely. Whistler is the first ski resort municipality in the world to actually proclaim Pride Week for us, and we're doing that again this year, so it's going to be the 3rd annual proclamation,
Yes.
which is very exciting. We're the only Pride in the world that actually starts on top of a ski hill and skis down the mountain through the village. There's something for everybody. Of course, we have the best skiing in the world here at Whistler Blackcomb. We have the Coca-Cola Inner Tube Park, so you don't have to be too physically fit for that. There's hot tubs, like lots of hot tub parties, like
Après ski.
Après ski is a lot of fun. People watching, shopping, eating, and of course the sex.
We are, of course, at the Barefoot Bistro in an incredible, incredible room. I thought the Belvedere Ice Room was impressive, but this room truly, truly is steeped in vineyard history. I have beside me, of course, Andre St. Jacques, who's the founder and managing partner of the Barefoot Bistro. Thank you for speaking with Outlook TV.
No, it's a pleasure. Thank you for coming here to the Barefoot Bistro and their cellar.
This cellar is truly amazing, my friend.
Yes, well, it's been a work in progress for 20 years. Yes.
How many bottles, you figure?
22,000 roughly, give or take.
What could diners, winter priders that are coming here expect from the Barefoot Bistro in 2014?
Well, it's going to be, as usual, the Barefoot Bistro is a carnival. So there's like so many experiences. Like you went to the vodka room, or bringing downstairs your champagne sabering. We have the open kitchen with the chef's tables. We have even live DJs on the weekends. It's a bit of it's a circus.
It's a one-stop shop.
Exactly.
And after a day on the slopes, the winter priders, what can they do here to chill out and relax in the hotel?
Exactly. I mean, we're actually standing in kind of the quintessential Whistler experience, so the Cinnamon Bear Bar, and it's so cozy, and it's more of a sports lounge, very relaxed, great place to come for après. Our pool and our hot tubs are just spectacular. You can't help but relax when you're out there, and it just allows for people to come and just cap off their day the way they need to before they go on to one of the beautiful restaurants around town. I know that for Winter Pride, all of the events are really tied into the main village, and it's such an ideal spot to come back and relax to and refresh before you hit back out there again.
Covering everything. This is Barb. We're, of course, at Whistler. We're talking with Dean from Winter Pride. We'll see you then.
Well, that is all the time we have for this first of the November episodes, but we will be back with a second.
That's right. So much happened this month that we couldn't cram it into one episode. We've got more fun Queer November stories for you coming up in our next episode.
In the meantime, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and come join our team. Volunteer with us.
Thanks for watching us for 2 whole years. I'm Dan Doomshaw.
And I'm Rebecca Wyman.
Stay fabulous, Canada.